Second psychological lecture. Thank you guys for supporting me on the first one. I'm gonna get straight into it. So we have this guy. His name is Sepa Taripo. Um, his problem is dealing with getting edged in price and price right into the full take profit without him. So this guy's problem is dealing with getting edged by price and running to full take profit without him. So, for example, you're in a trade, it edges take profit, reverses right away, and sometimes a trade will run without you. Like you'll miss your fill, runs to full take profit. And the way to overcome this is to build full trust in your system and figure out what triggers you to enter a trade and work around that criteria, refine the criteria. What triggers you into an entry will help you stop second guessing it. For me, it's inversions. I want to see a closure above, retrace into the inversion. If it doesn't happen, then the setup isn't a good setup. There is going to be something that invalidates it, and that is one of them. So if we fail to run into that, I see the setup as getting invalidated. And if it doesn't hit my entry, it's not a good setup. So I put all the energy, all the negativity into just journaling it, data collecting it, and then waiting and finding the next setup, the next high probability setup. And price reversing before going to take profit, or if you go break even, and it breaks you even and it runs to full take profit without you, this is something that you can easily refine by just entering and not having any emotions around the entry. Just straight up, you enter, have your stop loss set, have your take profit set, and just watch it. Deal with the discomfort. Fearing actually mentioned this. Fearing, he enters a trade and gets used to the discomfort. He sees it as a workout. He sits there, watches the trade, sits with the discomfort, doesn't move, and gets used to price running to full take profit while he's in drawdown. Sometimes he doesn't get the best entry and it goes into drawdown, but he's able to sit in there without second guessing it, without going break even prematurely, letting the market breathe, and then running to full take profit, which is something I was doing in the Philippines. I got so much more comfortable with watching it because most of the time, even if you're backtesting, you're gonna see price, it's gonna retrace. It's not gonna be a full bottom take run to full take profit. It's gonna accumulate a bit. It's gonna be shaky. So with that in mind, you have to get used to it and just train that muscle in your brain. And another thing that you can do on low probability days, which is um, no news, seek and destroy, all sorts of examples actually. You have to know what the true draw on liquidity is for that session and target low hanging fruits above that draw. So knowing what the overall draw on liquidity is, you can target that on high probability days and just aim for the highest, these bangers on high probability days. Otherwise, if you're on a funded, you're going for winning days. I just recommend taking low hanging fruits, easy objectives, just going for winning days and base hits of like $200 to $400, 20 points, 10 to 20 points, and you'll make money doing that. $400 a day is extremely easy to hit, especially if you're just doing a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2 risk reward. I'm confident that you can hit that in good conditions, high quality setups, and if you just stack that across 5 days, that's 2K. 2K, you can take a payout with that. That's really easy to do. If you really want, just be targeting those. Don't go after these major risk rewards, these high win flow wins, and go for base hits, and it'll build confidence in your system and make you money at the same time. Another thing I want you to remember, you aren't trying to get lucky. You're trying to be consistent with an edge. You're not like going into every day trying to hit a setup, trying to make a lot of money and get out. You're trying to apply a system daily. It's the process that you apply to make money. For me, every day I show up to the markets, I trade, I make money, I lose money, I apply my system, and I'm happy because I know as long as I continuously apply it, I'll make money. So misses and reversals before take profit can happen, but there will always be another setup that fits your system, and that setup will print. Most of the times, you're not gonna go 10 losing days with a good system. You can miss setups. I miss setups. Sometimes I tweak out. I force a lower probability entry. That's something I'm still working on personally. But just getting off if that happens, and you know you're emotional, you recognize that you're emotional. You just want to get off past that point. Committing to just one session like it's the last trade you can take, it will bring you failure. If you get so invested into one setup and it's like this setup has to make me money or else I'm gonna crash out or something else happens, that's you gotta get off for the day. Trust me. When that happens, I just throw myself off. I used to be in class and I start like tilting. I feel like I'm so locked into the charts, I'm completely invested in it, I can't happen. Especially if you're tilting, you gotta like throw yourself off of it, like slap yourself in the face, get off, slam that laptop shut, come back the next day. Because remember, the pain of blowing an account will always be worse than the pain of taking a loss, missing a setup, or failing to hit take profit and getting off. You can deal with that, and you're gonna have more progress to be made. You won't undo weeks of progress to get that funded account, weeks of having a good P&L just because one trade didn't go your way. So have discipline, deal with the discomfort, sit with it, and you will master trading. That's something I've been doing. I feel like I've gotten so much better as a trader. So, number two, use your OH. What do you think about one strategy on the market? Do you think other strategies I've tested out as worth trading aside your one and only setups, and why. So my response to this, trading one strategy and one session is really profitable. It's what I did when I was starting out, and it's what I did to get payouts recently. I stuck with my macro model, consistently traded that for one session, and stuck with that every single day, and I got a payout. So that's just something you have to do, and it's called trusting the process. When you fully trust the process and invest yourself and immerse yourself into loving the process, trading becomes so much easier and so much less guesswork will happen. So you'll be able to trade consistently. And focusing on one makes it so much easier when you want to get triggered into an entry or if you should just be sitting still. So it's a goal of almost every aspiring trader. Find one model, master it, and what was it? Find one model, master it, and apply it day in, day out to the best of your ability, data collect it, and refine it. That's what you have to do. If you've never taken a payout, cut out the noise, backtest, learn the ins and outs of your strategy until you have it down to a level of mastery. It doesn't have to be the best setup or the best strategy, it just has to be one that you master. And when you fully master it, you'll know exactly when to enter, you'll be confident, and you're going to follow the strategy to a T, and it will play out perfectly. You're going to see so much more results if you do that. So, me personally, I trade two models. I went through hell to master it, but I did. And it has something to do with time in the markets because one mechanical model isn't going to bring you success. It's more about having time in the markets, discretion, and knowing what you look for every day and being able to apply that. So you also need screen time, discretion, and market experience to become a truly profitable trader. For me, I rely and I trust my intuition more than the model. When I was trading, I was thinking like the model has to be this, the model has to be this. I trust my intuition and use the model as an entry method for it. So if I know the markets is bearish, I know we're done accumulating on the higher time frame. We've already manipulated. Everything is looking for shorts. We have a good draw on liquidity, ranges unbalanced, all sorts of stuff. Then I use my model to enter, or it will also help you decide if your model is giving a long and a short entry, or it's giving two entries that's both mixed. If you don't know what to do, I recommend just sitting still. But if you know what to do with market time, time in the markets, intuition, you will be able to choose either long or short and win on that. So I recommend sticking with one strategy, put in the time, trust the process, get paid, and scale that. Your goal should be building a scalable edge that you can plug into a prop firm and rinse them. So like you have this edge, you have the strategy, plug it into like 5 funded accounts, 5 evals, pass those evals, get funded, get paid, and just keep scaling. Because once you have an edge and a model and a strategy that you've mastered, you can copy trade across so many different firms with TradeSyncer, and you can make endless amounts of money. That was my goal for a while. I was able to do it with 5 take profit trader accounts, which I ended up blowing before I got paid out on them. And then I used everything I learned from that experience to put into my other accounts and get paid on them. So always learn, always refine your edge to a point where it's super consistent and you can easily spot it. And if you take losses or go on a losing streak, you have to sit with that because I've gone through a losing streak with my model. I've gone through a break-even streak with my model. I've been through all of that for the two models I trade, and I learned from both of them. If you're not sitting with it when it gets rough, you're not going to gain mastery, okay? You want to be the best model trader that you know of, the best silver bullet, the best unicorn, the best. Whatever you trade, you want to be the best at it. You want to know when it's good, when it's bad. You want to have experience of when it'll get stopped out, when it'll hold, when it will work, when it won't. And having all of that will turn you into an extremely profitable trader that you see making all this money. So never strategy hop. Find one strategy, don't switch, stick with it, learn it, master it, and then just apply it. Okay? So that's my advice to you. And I just want to give some general pointers about systematic approaches, time in the markets, and trusting your edges. Because time in the markets will remove almost all the guesswork. You're going to have pure confidence on entry, and it's going to be like, I see this, I like this, I have a confidence that it's going to work out, I'm going to execute on it, and then you execute on it, it works out. And if it loses, you're able to get out for the day, knowing, trusting that from your experience, there's going to be another setup. So waiting for the most golden, beautiful setup, executing on it. Anything else, even if it looks mid, I recommend just sitting out of it and only executing on high quality setups because you want perfection. Nothing short of perfection in trading is what I always tell myself. I want the most perfect executions that I can look back on. People can see it and know, like, yeah, he's about that. He has good patience. He takes good, high quality setups. And that's what I aim for. I don't want to be known as someone that takes mid quality setups and gets lucky. I want to be known as someone that waits for the highest probability setup and executes on them with pure confidence. So, end of the psychological lecture. That's it. Hope you guys take it easy. Any other questions, let me know in the comments, alright? See ya.